Most photographers don't really know what their brand is. They think that it's a logo and a font, but quality pictures and a decent logo aren't going to be what gets clients to spend north of $5,000 on you like they have with me. Now, I've got a new course coming out on Friday that has these 10 sections in it, but instead of making some fancy sales video, I thought that we would just go through one of the pages from this workbook that's in the course on branding. I think that's really one of the most important things that you can do correctly in your business. It's the reason why Starbucks can charge twice as much for their coffee, or why Voss water is like twice as expensive as the Kirkland brand. It's not better water, they just understand their brand. I'm Mike Sasser, boudoir photographer in Los Angeles, California. Let's get you a proper brand. So for all of the sections in this book, I've created a little workbook that you can print out. So that I have that right here, the 10-part business start workbook. So let's go ahead and go through it. So the 10-part business start, this is our very first page. Let's go ahead and go to page 2. So now these branding questions are going to be incredibly important for you to be able to answer on your own and to do very clearly. Spend definitely some extra time on this, and after you kind of get them ready and written and organized, you're gonna wanna refer to this again and again as you're writing those emails, as you're coming up with text for your Instagram posts, as you're explaining your why on your website. These are the things that you're gonna wanna come back to over and over and over again. So what type of brand are you? Are you luxury or exclusive? Are you accessible for everyone? So these are two totally different brand mentalities. You've got something that's very exclusive. We do like watch brands. We've got Rolex, very difficult to get Rolex, and it's sort of reserved for only a certain type of people. And then you've got something like Swatch, which is accessible to everyone. It's sort of the watch brand of the people, you could say. So you can be thinking about that as you're sort of putting together your brand. I chose to go relatively exclusive route. It's not exclusive in terms of, you know, I only accept a certain type of person, but I was really, really specific about the qualities of a person that would be interested in hiring me as a photographer and choosing me specifically over everybody else that's out there. I got really specific. So think about your images. Are they timeless? Are they sexual? Are they more artistic? Are they more intimate? Would somebody see them and go like, whoa, what did you even do there to create that photograph? Are your images in really elaborate places? Is that one of the elements that makes them fun and exciting? Are they more simple? Do you have kind of nothing on your background so that the person shines through? So again, these are going to be some of the things that you're going to think about as you are deciding who your business is as a brand. Do you shoot more lingerie, more t-shirts and sweaters, things like that? There's a million more of these questions, but these should get you started. The next, ask yourself, who's your target client? What age are they? Will they be first-time clients? Are you gonna wanna do a lot of repeat clients? Are they doing this for themselves or a significant other? Do they like fancy things? Do they like experiences? What stores do they shop at? But yes, again, think about who your client is. You know, some of the things I was just talking to somebody about who my ideal client is. And one of the aspects of that is somebody who feels like they didn't really fit in, somebody who never really felt like themselves, like who they were as people was okay. So they're looking for acceptance in this experience. They're looking to find whoever it is, that person that's inside of them that they've been hiding, and let them free. So that's an aspect of who my target client is. So in the language that I'm using to talk about, you know, who are you? What do I believe in? What is it about my clients that I love photographing? That's the kind of language that I'm going to use. And that's going to be unbelievably more powerful than something generic like, I love boudoir, it's more than just pictures, everybody deserves to feel sexy. While those things are all true, they're not gonna hit home like language that I just said. When somebody's reading it, they're gonna go, ooh, I feel that in my chest. And that's what we're trying to do with this branding, with this language. This is going to make everything after this so much easier when you're building your website, when you're sending your emails, when you're responding to Instagram messages, when they're sitting in the makeup chair. All these things to be able to understand is going to be massive. So if your boudoir business was a brand that already existed, what would it be and why? So think about the kind of brands that you like and the ones that you identify with. Go and look at their marketing, look at their branding, listen to the language they use. What are their brand colors? Is their branding more simple? Do they do a lot of marketing? Do they run a bunch of sales? Is it very exclusive? You know, what again are the aspects that this business is already doing successfully that you can look at and bring into your own? What does owning a product from this brand say about who you are? So this is a really interesting one. Basically what we're trying to say here is, let's say you buy a Nike shirt. What does wearing that Nike shirt say about you? It probably says that you like to exercise. Maybe not just that you like to exercise. Maybe it means that you like to be the best. You know, Nike is very much a brand that endorses the best athletes in the world. Their slogan, just do it. Maybe it means that not only do you exercise, but you do it when it's hard. You do it when it's not fun. You do it when it's raining. These are the sort of things that we're trying to understand. So the type of person who's going to hire you as a boudoir photographer, what does that say about them? When they're talking to their friends, when they're talking to their different people that they could refer you to. When they choose you, they're trying to find something that they identify with. So that when they're talking about it, what was it like? How did you feel? You know, what are they getting out of the experience of being able to shoot with you? So if you had to describe your business or brand in only 3 words, what would they be? This is another incredibly powerful exercise that has been around for decades. I'm absolutely not the person that came up with this, but you can get pretty specific within your brand with 3 words. And again, these 3 words I want you to reference as you're doing everything else in your business. So, for example, one of mine is authenticity, authentic. I feel like at some point, somebody else mentioned this about my work and a light bulb went off and I was like, oh, that's right. That is absolutely what I'm striving for. And the example of that is, one of them is how little I retouch my images. You know, basic edits, but not that much retouching. It's authentic, it's what they look like, it's who they are. It's not a fabrication, it's not some sort of unattainable photoshopped skin, they still have pores. That is the brand that I have kind of made and stood behind. And so when clients message me, they say things like, I really like how your images look like real people. They're not overly photoshopped. I have some people who say, hey, I would love to hire you, but like, how much photoshopping do you do? I'm a little nervous about my cellulite, or I'm a little nervous about whatever. And I kind of explain to them that, you know, like the pictures you see on my website, I feel like it's important for skin to look like skin. If it's permanent, I leave it in. If it's temporary, if you have a blemish or something, I'll take it out. But I think that's an important part of the experience, to be able to look at these pictures and say, this is what I look like, and that's beautiful, or maybe not even that's beautiful, but just like I accept that about myself. It's not a negative. I found that to be a more powerful experience for my clients than fully photoshopped version of themselves. You know, they look back and they're like, wow, I look incredible. I never thought that I could look this way. And then they look in the mirror and then they see all of the things that I took out, and they, you know, continue to feel doubts about themselves. They kind of go back to live in this moment of the pictures because that's kind of where they felt safe and the best about themselves. You know, for me, this is an experience that's supposed to have them feel acceptance of themselves. So that's just another simple 1 word that can be used to describe my brand and what I lead with when I'm talking to clients, when I'm, you know, putting together information, my YouTube videos, when I'm filming my clients opening up their albums and trying to get a take on, you know, what was this experience like for you. So again, that's just one of my words. So take some time, write down your words, open up a thesaurus, type in something like authentic into the thesaurus. Use ChatGPT to come up with a couple of different words and just see what you connect with. From there, you should be in really good shape to be able to have those 3 words to help guide your brand forward. Now, if you want this entire workbook plus the 50-page PDF that covers each and every one of these sections in depth, I will leave a link to that in the description. There's going to be a launch deal that happens on Friday, so definitely don't miss out on that. Or if you want the 1 sheet that we went over in this workbook, I'm also going to put that as a link in the description. Go ahead, print it out, fill it out, stick it on your wall, have it there as a reminder to keep chipping away at it. It's really going to make such a massive difference in your business. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the course.